Hello students, today we have to know about the next continuation part in the lesson, carbon and its compound. So till yesterday I explained you about the how the formation of single bond between the atoms has takes place and how the formation of double bond has takes place. Okay, formation of single bond in the sense pairing of one pair of electron or the two electron. Formation of double bond in the sense pairing of two pair of electrons. Here okay, two electrons and here two electrons, totally two pair, I mean four electrons. That represent the double bond. This is the example for formation of double bond. Today we have to know about how the triple bond formation takes place between the atom. This is okay. Triple bond in the sense I told you already, the sharing of three pair of electron is called as the triple bond. Let us take an example of nitrogen. Nitrogen atomic number, you know, that is the 7 and the mass number is 14. Okay, so if we are writing the electronic configuration for the nitrogen, that is 1s2, then 2s2, and 2 plus 2 is 4, remaining only 3 to make equal to the 7. So 2p. So in this we want to write 3 here, because 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 2 7. So that should be equal to the atomic number. Keep in mind always, if when you are writing the electronic configuration, that electrons should be equal to the atomic number. 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 2 is 7. So here the electrons present in the outermost orbit here is 3 plus 2 is 5. This is the second orbit. Okay, so the valency of the nitrogen is, we can give 5 here, and in the same way the p orbit requires the 3 electrons to fulfill its orbit, because maximum electrons filled in the p orbit is 6. You know that s orbit to p6, d10 and f14, we know that already. So here p electrons, p orbit required, p shell required how many electrons to fulfill its orbit? 3 electrons. Okay, so the electrons present in the outermost orbit in the nitrogen is 3. How many electrons? So if we are taken a nitrogen, it is the first orbit and it is the second orbit. Totally 5 electrons are there in the outermost orbit. They are here 3. Okay, here 3 and here 2. So there will be totally 1 2 3 4 5 electrons. Okay, so this, it required a more 3 electrons to complete its orbit. Okay, otherwise this orbit, second orbit, will not complete, because p orbit, maximum electron filled in a p orbit is 3. Okay, so therefore the nitrogen is form a bond with another nitrogen atom, okay, which is having the same 3 electrons, I mean 5 electrons in the last orbit. So this nitrogen donates the 3 electrons to this nitrogen, one more nitrogen atom, and form a bond. So this nitrogen is also receiving the 3 electrons from this and form a nitrogen bond. Keep in mind. Okay, so this is like that. 3 electrons are shared each other, that form a what? Triple bond. I mean, how many electrons are shared each other here? 3 pair of electron, or the 6 electrons. Okay, like that nitrogen form a triple bond with another nitrogen atom, Here one more thing you have to get to know, that which element or which atom donates the electron, that will become a electropositive, and which is receiving the electron, that's become the electronegative. I taught you already what is electropositive and electronegative. So sometimes in the examination they will ask you, in the formation of H2O, hydrogen is called as the electropositive and oxygen is called as the electronegative. Hydrogen donates the 2 electron and oxygen receives the 2 electrons. Okay, so hydrogen donates the 2 electrons to the oxygen that form a what a bond. Here also it will be formed. I think you know about that. Hydrogen, 2 hydrogen atom why has taken, because hydrogen, one pair of electron is there, one electron is there in the outermost orbit, it form a one more bond. So totally 2 hydrogen atoms form a bond with the oxygen. Okay, oxygen is also in the last orbit, it requires the 2 electrons, it requires the 2 minus, I mean it receives the 2 electrons. So that's why here hydrogen donates 2 hydrogen atoms, donates the 2 electron, 2 hydrogen atom. That's why not 1 hydrogen atom has taken, because 1 hydrogen atom can able to donate only the 1 electron, because only 1 electron is there in this outermost orbit. Okay, so that is why here the 2 hydrogen atoms are participated. Why H2O only is there, not H2O is there? ವಾಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು H2O ಬರಿಬಾರ್ದು, H2O ಯಾಕೆ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 1 electron. Here not 1 electron is shared each other, 2 electrons of the different hydrogen atoms, I mean HH, one electron from this and 1 electron from this, they are donates the electrons to the oxygen. Here also oxygen requires the 2 electrons to fulfill its orbit, is I told you already. Okay, so that's why the oxygen receives these 2 electrons from the hydrogen, and this become a electronegative. This become 2 minus in the sense oxygen receives the 2 electron, 2 plus in the sense hydrogen donates the 2 electron. Okay, so which element or which atom donates the electron, that is called as the electropositive. Which atom receives the electron, that is called as the electronegative. Here hydrogen is the electropositive and oxygen is the electronegative. Sometimes 3 plus is there, nitrogen 3 plus is there, that means nitrogen donates the 3 electrons. Sometimes oxygen 3 minus is there, that means the oxygen receives the 3 electrons. They will ask you in the examination like that only. What is the meaning of oxygen 2 minus? What is the meaning of oxygen 3 minus? What is the meaning of hydrogen 1 minus? Like that. So how many electrons are there? If it should be like that, that is understood, there will be the 1 electron. Hydrogen donates a 1 electron if there is no number. Okay, so that thing you have to concentrate on that. So like that, the sharing of 1 pair of electron represent a single bond, sharing of the 2 pair of electron represent a double bond, and sharing of the 3 pair of electron that represent a triple bond. There are the 3 forms of bond formation: single bond, double bond and triple bond. You learnt already in the 9th standard, but here I'll explain you briefly why there will be the 2 bond only between the hydrogen and hydrogen, why there will be the one bond only, single bond only between the hydrogen and hydrogen, why there will be the double bond between the oxygen and oxygen, why there will be the triple bond between the nitrogen and nitrogen. Try to understand. Chemistry is much easy. Okay, if you are understanding well and if you are keeping practice in the same way, you can learn well and you can move forward. Okay, so this is the 3 kinds of bond formation. Okay, 3 kinds of what? Bond formation. Next we have to move for the 3 forms, compounds, hydrocarbons in the sense I told you already, the 3 types of hydrocarbon, they are called as the 3 types of hydrocarbons. Okay, so what are hydrocarbons? Compounds which are formed by the carbon and hydrogen only. Okay, no other element will be there, they are called as the hydrocarbon. Carbons which are formed by the hydrogen and the oxygen, they are called as the hydrocarbons. In that I told you already in the first period only, there are the 3 kinds of hydrocarbon. They are grouped as, or they are categorized as alkanes and alkynes. Alkenes and alkynes. In the first period only I told you. Okay, so these are the 3 groups or 3 types of the hydrocarbon in the sense the compounds which are made by the name itself says carbon and hydro means hydrogen, they are called as hydrocarbons. three kinds of hydrocarbons are alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. Okay, so in this again these are classified as, or these are categorized as a two. So one is called as okay, saturated hydrocarbons. Alkanes and alkynes are called as saturated hydrocarbons, and alkynes is called as the unsaturated hydrocarbon. Keep in mind. Okay, sorry, alkanes is called as the saturated hydrocarbon. Alkenes and alkynes are called as the unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay, sorry, very sorry, it says only the alkanes are called as the saturated hydrocarbon. Alkenes and alkynes are called as the unsaturated hydrocarbon. So let us know what is saturated hydrocarbon. Which compounds linked by only the single bond are called as the saturated hydrocarbon. I mean between this only the single bond is there. Okay, single bond. Which hydrocarbons linked with the single bond, they are called as the saturated hydrocarbon. Example is alkanes. Example is alkanes. And which hydrocarbons are linked with the double and triple bond? Double and triple bond, they are called as the unsaturated hydrocarbons. Keep in mind. Okay, what are saturated hydrocarbon? Which hydrocarbons having a single bond between the atoms, they are called as the saturated hydrocarbon. Which hydrocarbons having a double and triple bond each other, they are called as the unsaturated hydrocarbons. Later we have to know the difference between the saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. First we have to know about that. What are alkanes? What are alkanes? The compounds, hydrocarbons which are having the carbon-carbon single bond, they are called as the alkanes. What are alkanes? Which compounds are having the carbon-carbon single bond, they are called as the alkanes. Alkenes means which hydrocarbons or which compounds having a carbon-carbon double bond, they are called as the alkenes. And what are alkynes? Which hydrocarbons or which compounds having a carbon-carbon triple bond, they are called as the alkynes. Okay, get to know the definitions of alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. Alkenes means which compounds having a carbon-carbon single bond. Which compounds having a carbon-carbon single bond, they are called as the alkanes. Which compounds having a carbon-carbon double bond, they are called as the alkenes. Which compounds having a carbon-carbon triple bond, they are called as the alkynes. They are called as the alkynes. So if we are taken examples, now I am going to explain you about the alkanes. Okay, alkanes having a general formula CnH2n plus 2. Keep in mind, alkanes having a general formula CnH2n plus 2, and simplest, very simplest hydrocarbon in all these group, nothing but the methane. Nothing but methane. I mean its carbon atom starts with the carbon number 1. Alkene, the first group of alkene hydrocarbon is ethene, and alkyne ethine. How the name will end with in the same way these names. Alkanes, I mean methane. Okay, how we have to give an example for alkanes. One formula is there, you have to get to know that. Which is that formula? The thing is monkey eat peeled banana. Monkey eat peeled banana. Okay, how to remember this formula? Monkey in the sense first letter M. Next eat in the sense first letter E. Then P in the sense first letter P, and B in the sense first letter B. We have to take the first letters. Monkey eat peeled banana. Okay, so what is the we can get from this? We can get the first four hydrocarbons of this groups. Which are those first groups? Monkey, yum is there, no? So in that we can remember the methane. Then eat, e is there, no? In that we can remember, we can write ethane. And p in the sense, in that we can write as propane, the third of third alkane group of hydrocarbon. And from b is there, no? In that we can write butane. This is the fourth alkane group of hydrocarbon. So if we know this first four is monkey, methane, eat, ethane, P propane, and B butane. Monkey eat peeled banana. In that first letter, first letter, methane, ethane, propane, and butane. Methane having the carbon atom 1. Okay, ethane having a carbon atom 2. Propane having a carbon atom 3. Butane having a carbon atom 4. So which is that fifth one? Fifth alkanes group of hydrocarbon. The fifth alkanes group of hydrocarbon is, we can take pentane. These are the Greek letters. I think you know about that. If we are writing, if we are getting know the up to four kinds of alkanes group of hydrocarbon, the fifth one is very easy. That is the pentane in the sense 5. I think you know about that. Okay, mono means 1. Di means 2. Then tri means 3. And 4, that is for tetra, I already told. Penta means 5. Next hexa means 6. So hepto means 7. Then acto means 8. Nano means 9. Deca means 10. These are the Greek numbers. We are having a 1 2 3 4 5. In the same way, the Greek numbers are there. You have to get to know that. Mono means 1. Di means 2. 1 2 3. Okay, then tri up to 10 I'll teach you. Tri means 3. Then tetra in the sense tetravalent, I told, no? So that is 4. Next tetra after penta means 5. Greek numbers, these are all. Okay, how we having a number names 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. In the same way, mono, di, tri, tetra, penta. Next is hexa means 6. You have to write in very well this, don't forget this. Hepta means 7. Then octo means 8. Nano means 9. And deca means 12 10. Like that, mega, giga is there, but not required. Up to 10 you have to get to know. Mono means 1. Di means 2. Tri means 3. Tetra means 4. Penta means 5. Hexa means 6. Hepta means 7. Acto means 8. Nano means 9. Deca means 10. Okay, so then after, so pentane we can write. So monkey eat, don't take mono, di, tri here. So this is according to this formula. You have to get to know the first 4 hydrocarbons, how to write in the alkane and alkene and alkyne. Methane, ethane, propane, butane. Next pentane. Penta after hexa we can write as hexane. Next hexa after hepta we can write as heptane. So hepta next for 8, that is the octane. Octo is there. Octane, ane ends with ane. Okay, next nano, that is the nanine. Okay, next is decane. Okay, so here up to butane, carbon atom 4. Next pentane, carbon atom 5. Hexane, carbon atom 6. Hexa 6, no? So heptane, carbon atom 7. Octane, carbon atom 8. Nanine, carbon atom 9. And decane, carbon atom 10. Up to this you have to get to know. Like that it will continue more. I told now, till to 100,000 we can form a compounds. Okay, so like that. Monkey eat peeled banana. Methane, ethane, propane, butane. First 4 hydrocarbons. Next it will start with the Greek numbers, that is the pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nanine, decane. So in the same way, even in alkene also will be there. I'll teach you now next in the next period how to write the structural formula, how to write the molecular formula, how to write the electron structure of this. Thank you all.